Good morning and thanks for joining us on AccuWeather Weekend. I'm Anna Azallion.
And I'm Melissa Constanzer. We've been covering the weather this weekend. It's been snowy in spots. It's also been really wet in others.
It has. We're seeing a variety of weather this weekend, and that's going to turn into a pretty active pattern for the week ahead.
Yeah, taking a look at satellite radar across the nation right now, you can see several different things going on. First off, we're getting rid of the storm system in the northeast. It's already put down a quick 1 to 3 inches, even a bit more in some spots as it's pushed its way out.
Yeah, then down towards the south, we have this rain that has been a big impact over the last 24 hours for Texas, but it's going to start to move northeast and really even end up in the northeast as we head into the work week.
And that's all ahead of the next storm system working its way in the nation. There's also one cutting across Canada here. It all have impacts downstream as all this warmth surges into the east. Until then, there's a lot of folks visiting, trying to take in on some of the skiing, and you should do it now because that same storm system Anna's been talking about will provide rainfall in the northeast. First up, though, you can see those snow reports coming in kind of slowly this morning as the snow moves out. I think after the sun comes up a little bit more and gets more established, we will be managing a few more snow reports. It's still snowing, though, through upstate New York and then areas on east through a good chunk of New England. Boston probably getting in on at least a few flakes, certainly some rain showers. It's not going to be really much in the way of accumulation, but it is going to try to catch up with you, but trying to melt snow, too. So these are going to be our issues that we have here going forward. Taking a look at Monday's map, you can see the rain pushing well into New England, even Burlington, 34 degrees with rain and freezing rain at times because they have so much cold snow on the ground, and obviously their temperatures are below freezing, the ground temperatures, that is. What does the storm system come from? It comes from just enough energy across the northern tier. That storm system coming from Canada starts to pick up some of the moisture off towards the south. As the warm front lifts, this is where we get a lot of that rainfall. So through time here Sunday afternoon, trying to get rid of that first storm system, things become pretty quiet out there for us, but you can see the trouble brewing. It merges with that northern storm system, and all of a sudden we've got plenty of rain from Ohio on east moving across the northeast. It does find some of that colder air as we go through Monday afternoon into New England. So that's why we'll see the snow transition to rain, and in some spots it will be freezing rain transitioning into rain. A few and show you what's going on here. As we look across the northwest, there will be significant slowdowns with all this stormy weather we were just talking about with Anna. Also, some morning fog. It's going to be dense, freezing fog. December sure has made it feel like winter fast. And with all the snow and wintry weather through parts, of course, the north central tier of the nation, no stranger to snow, but we're not talking in snow, at least not today. Very mild here, 56 in Des Moines, 50 our high for Chicago as we close out the weekend. But look what's happening in Fargo. There is a little bit of precipitation cutting across the U.S.-Canadian border, and that's going to end up being a little on the warm side for Fargo. So expect some freezing rain potential there. As we head into Monday, that storm system starts to work over the Great Lakes, merging with some of that moisture from the south. So we see more rain breakout across lower Michigan. The challenges will be, as they already have snow on the ground, how that water runs off into certain areas, especially some of those storm drains, and the cool air starts to come in. So we're going to be entering back into, well, of course, as we take a look across the southeast, sometimes it's easier to stay active outside this time of year, but it's been pretty chilly here. So hopefully you've been able to find some time to get out and about. The rain, though, is starting to work its way back in for your Sunday across Arkansas into parts of Mississippi, most through western Mississippi. The clouds increasing through Montgomery and Atlanta. And here comes more moisture. As we start off the early week, we'll be talking about a pretty soggy pattern here for Monday, maybe even holding on into Tuesday and Wednesday. That rainfall is still persisting with us as we begin the weekend along the Mississippi Valley, and this continues to lift its way northward and advance to the east as we head through the overnight hours. And with all this, and here we are looking at some of the popular ski locations opening weekend, by the way, in Blue Mountain. Lovely to see some sunshine out there, a couple of clouds, temperatures in the mid-40s. This is perfect skiing weather, I think, for December because we actually have had cold enough weather to produce a lot of that artificial snow there that they have in Blue Mountain, Pennsylvania. Telluride, we've got it natural, though, temperatures in the mid-40s as we talk about highs. Pretty nice for skiing there. And Bear Valley, California, it's been a bit more of a struggle to get the cold air and the moisture in place, and it's been very warm here, but we're actually trending our temperatures down for your Sunday. So as we close out the weekend.
Thanks for sticking with us here here on AccuWeather Weekend. Well, about 5 feet of lake effect snow hit western. It is not just the Great Lakes region that has been seeing snow recently, but in the Northwest, we're continuing with a snowy pattern as we head into Monday. And one note here, this is going to have some travel concerns. Maybe you spent the weekend somewhere and you're getting ready to head back home as we start the work week. If you are going to be traveling throughout this region, make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra time. Could run into some slippery travel. Let's talk snow totals as far as the map out what to expect temperature-wise for the next couple of days. Everyone is going to see temperatures fall a little bit. Take a look at Portland, starting with 50 for your Sunday. By Tuesday, we're down to 45 degrees for our high. Boise, a little bit colder, bouncing around a little bit, but staying relatively consistent, 40 to 39, back to 40 here. Helena also, it is not just in Taylor Swift songs where you can find rain. We're finding rain headed towards the southeast as we head into the start of the work week. So today staying dry thanks to this area of high pressure, but just off to the west is the rain and thunderstorms. So let's talk about how this is going to move in, because by early week, much of the southeast and even further north is going to be dealing with some of this rain and thunderstorms. Here's a look at future rainfall and how this plays out by early Monday.